This is Joe, and this is silentjoetalks. It's October 26th, 2020. Yeah, 26th. It's been a while since I've actually recorded one of these. I'm pretty sure the last time I recorded an episode, there wasn't even a pandemic, and now there is. So a lot of stuff has happened in the past 7-8 months, whatever. I guess technically this is supposed to be a Halloween episode, but just so much has happened. I feel like I gotta recap it all. I guess I'll probably go month by month. So the last one I did was February. I want to say beginning mid-February I did one of these. And I think that was back when, I want to say that's when my grandpa passed. Went to his funeral, then did an episode, and then kind of just stopped doing them, got kind of lazy. And then March, that's when the coronavirus pandemic started, and that was a whole deal. March and April, kind of just did nothing, even though I was even though we were inside. I probably could have been recording episodes, but then again, I got lazy. Just haven't really been doing them. And then March, April, May, my dog Yushi bit our neighbor and tried to sue us, and that was a whole thing. I guess it was kind of our fault technically, because we opened the door and she just ran out, but whatever. So we decided, after 10 years of living in the apartment that we lived, we decided to move, and then moved to a new apartment, which is actually a lot better now. We have our own garage, and the living room and kitchen and everything is a lot bigger. My bedroom is a lot smaller though. It's like a little 9x9 room, which isn't very big for a 6 foot tall 26-year-old man, but it is what it is. So that, then June, June was kind of cool because that's when the new Run the Jewels album came out, and just been listening to that pretty much ever since it came out. That was kind of cool. My mom even got me the vinyl for it for my birthday, which they didn't start shipping till September. So I've only had it for a month, and I would play it, but my record player broke. So when I have the money, I'll have to buy a new one so I can actually listen to it, so I can actually hear it to see if it even works, because for all I know, it could be scratched up and worthless. So that happened. Then July was pretty big for me because I went to Mexico with IJ and stayed for a whole month. The whole month of July I was in Mexico, and that's a whole story. I feel probably have to do a whole episode just on that later on, because there's so much to talk about, so much I learned, so much cool stuff. And then unfortunately our trip kind of ended because my dad passed away, which is real sad. like, it's kind of a whole, like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just something like I never really experienced before. Like, obviously, like, I've had family members pass before, but like someone as close, like as my immediate family, to leave, that was kind of crazy. And then, so because of that, came back like in August, like right at the 1st of August, came back. Basically took that month to get ready for my dad's funeral. Like raise money, get like, I don't know, it sounds kind of weird to say, but get decorations for the services and make arrangements and figure out who's coming down. And then because it's a pandemic, not everybody can come. So it's like a whole deal. Which kind of sucked. Because at least for my family, I don't know if it's like a Samoan thing or a religious thing, but usually my family like spends like 2-3 days at the church, to spend time with whoever passed, whether it be like my uncle or my grandpa. At least that's what they did with my grandpa and my uncle when they passed. But because of the pandemic, my dad's services was only like 4 hours long, which is super short. Because like I said, they usually take like a couple days. They even like spend the night at the church, to sleep with him, so to speak. But couldn't do that, I guess, for safety reasons. I don't know. But it was really nice. Everybody that could come came. Friends and family and all that. Kind of awesome. Kind of crazy because I just saw them. Or at least it felt like I just saw them. And then, so yeah, August, September, I just kind of took some time off. I haven't really done much. Well, in terms of like filming or working, stuff like that. I've still been editing just because that doesn't really take much work, really. Just on my computer all day anyway, so might as well. But in terms of like actually like going to the office and filming things, I haven't really done any of that, which is nice in a way. And then now it's October, and it feels like we're just now getting used to the things. It's still very different without my dad being around. Probably not gonna, well, we haven't really celebrated Halloween in a long time anyways, so I doubt we'll do anything this Halloween. Yeah, maybe at the very least buy a bunch of candy for ourselves. That'd be nice. Just kind of sit at home with a bowl of candy for ourselves and not give anybody out. This is probably our first Halloween in this neighborhood anyway, so, because in the last apartment complex we were at, they didn't really celebrate, or there weren't really a lot of kids out, like trick-or-treating and all that, so probably because it was probably a bad complex. And I don't even know if people will be celebrating Halloween because of the pandemic. I mean, I see people still put up decorations, so I assume it's still gonna happen, but we'll see. Kind of crazy. Here in Vegas, everything's pretty much open, but with like, but everyone still wears masks and takes safety precautions. But it's just crazy to think that there's still people like out, like in who haven't even left their house, like in quarantine and stuff. Sorry, thought I heard something. But yeah, I don't know how much longer this pandemic thing is gonna last, but hope it ends soon. It's just like things can go back to normal. And then I almost kind of predict the next couple months, like holiday season, it's gonna be kind of depressing, because then I'm gonna have my first Thanksgiving without my dad. That's gonna be a whole thing. And then my first Christmas without him either. That's gonna be crazy too, because every year I'll usually get presents I usually get 5 presents, each one for my family members. And now instead of buying 5 presents, it's gonna be 4 presents. And that's kind of sad to think about. So yeah, and in a couple weeks, I'm going back to Mexico with my boss, IJ. Only gonna be there for a week though, because I do want to be here to spend Thanksgiving with my family, of course. But yeah, going back to Mexico to kind of have because we left so abruptly, there's almost kind of unfinished business to be had. There's things that we wanted to do but couldn't because of the circumstances. Hope we get to do them. The plan was to go to this Aztec temple, and that would be cool to see. We've never actually seen a temple before. That would be awesome. And swim in I think they're called cenotes, there's underwater caves and stuff. That would be cool to see what that's all about. And I think this time around it's gonna be more vacation, less work type of deal. There'll probably still be work, because who wouldn't want to, film their travel adventures and stuff and put it on YouTube and Instagram. So there'll probably still be some sort of work, but it'll be nice. And the place that we're going there is a lot nicer, because the first time was a little small Airbnb apartment situation. That was wasn't great. It was really small. Bathroom was super tiny. When I sat down on the toilet, my knees would touch the door. It was so small. Basically just a stall with a shower in it, which sucked. But yeah, there's that. And then I think this time we're actually staying in an actual hotel, that's super nice, and have someone clean it up and all that. But yeah, kind of excited for that. I did have to buy my own flight tickets though, plane tickets, and that was a whole thing, because I bought tickets and then my mom looked up cheaper tickets, and she said I should get those instead. So I had to cancel the tickets I booked, and then booked those, and I still haven't gotten a refund for the first one, and it's a whole mess trying to figure that out, but it's whatever. yeah, I guess that's about all I got for right now. I'll probably talk more about Mexico probably next week or the week I leave. Because a lot of stuff happened in the month that I was gone. It's kind of crazy, kind of fun too. And I know it sounds kind of stupid, but it's kind of, that's been the farthest I've been away from family. And it's kind of, it was in a weird way kind of scary, but, cool and fun and all that, all at the same time. It's really cool. But yeah, I'm going to start trying to start doing these more again. Pick these back up. And yeah, that's all I got for this week. Hopefully I'll do another one next week. Maybe even talk more about Mexico. I was in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, for those who were wondering. Which is like an hour away from Cancun. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.